Hey Cancer, so in this video we're going to go into your Oracle card pull for October of 2018, and I'm pulling a card for you from this deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid. Before I show you the card, I want to let you guys know, or just tell you guys that I know that this is kind of a rough month for you, kind of across the board really, and that really showed up in your general reading, and then it kind of cascaded into the other videos as well, but just know that especially with regards to best friends and family situations, if we're having any issues there, just know that those people really, really love you. And I know this is kind of a rough month, but they're still going to be there. And just remember that. Just remember that there are people in your life that love you. And that's really the only thing that you guys really need to care about and focus on, is that the love is there. So yeah, don't let the disappointments of this month get to you, because you have a lot going for you. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So the card that I got for you is number 27, Home. And what I think this card wants to share with you is that there is a lot going on in your life right now. There's a lot of havoc really in your life right now. Things aren't really going as you would like them in your career. You wish you don't want to be where you're at in your love life. You want more than you're getting. And in some of your personal relationships, you're realizing that maybe you're coming across in a way that you didn't realize that you were, that isn't making people feel that great. But I want you to understand that, like, look at this home. It seems like a mess. Your life is like your home. And it seems like a mess, right? But it's also a beautiful mess. And there's a lot of growth happening there, and you kind of have to cut through some of the clutter to allow new growth and to allow things to kind of make more sense. And I think that's really what's going on with you in your life right now, is that there's a lot of power in your life. Like, it may seem like it's a mess, but there's a lot of power there. And once you clear through it, you'll be able to gain a lot of strength from it. So when it comes to maybe some of the relationships in your life where maybe you've been inconsiderate and you had no idea, instead of feeling bad about it or feeling like you did something wrong, or maybe allowing your ego to get in the way and being like, I didn't do that, like that's not what I meant, instead of doing that, understand the power of being aware of how you come across in the world, because there's a lot of power there. Once you realize that you make people feel this way when you do this, you now have the power to make them feel that way again or not make them feel that way. And you now have the power to say, okay, if doing this makes them feel this way, if I do this, I can make them feel this way. And you get to decide how people will receive you. And that all comes from the awareness. You're getting a lot of awareness this month in terms of how you're showing up. And there's a lot of power there. So I want you guys to see the power that brings, not the hurt or the disappointment that you feel from it. Don't look at it as being criticized or having done something wrong. Look at it as a way to grow and to develop who you want to be in the world, right? You can't show up even better in the world if you're not aware of how you currently are showing up. So there's power there. With regards to career, there is a lot of power in being able to transform the energetic undertone of a relationship. There's a lot of power, because the story that I gave you of being that person that decided I was going to say hi, I would recommend that you guys watch the career video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I chose to show up in a positive way even though the other person chose to not show up at all, and how that transformed our relationship in the long term. I have done that more than just that time. That was just the first time. That was just the pivotal time when I realized the power of showing up in a certain way, of putting in the work even if it's not reciprocated, of salvaging relationships that seem unsalvageable. So there is so much power in understanding that relationships that do not seem like they're going to work out can work out. So that's powerful. That's incredibly powerful. That could change your life. So there's that. And I think the other thing is right, in your love life, you guys really want to be with the right person, but sometimes I think you guys get intrigued and get attached to somebody thinking that you know them when you don't really know them, and then you're already attached. And there's a lot of power in knowing that you want the right person, not just the person that comes your way that seems interesting. You want the right one, not just a good one. You want the best one for you. And once you realize that, you can own your power, because right now it might seem like you're the one that doesn't get to decide whether you have a relationship or not, who you have a relationship with, if you have a relationship. Like, you guys don't feel like you have the power, but really you do have the power. You have the power to decide that you want the right person and you are waiting for the right person. It's not that, like, I think it can be really easy to think that whenever you're dating and then it doesn't work out, that it's out of your control. But, you know, and how am I going to say this? Like, I think sometimes people see somebody that's really interesting and they think, oh, like, I like them. But they don't really evaluate whether or not that person is the best person. They're just like, no, I like them, I like them, I like them. And so they date people thinking that they're making a choice, and then it doesn't work out and they think that that's not their choice. Like, I've had all these relationships and none of them worked out, and that's because, like, it's out of my control. Like, I can never, it seems like I can never have a real relationship, one that's really lasting. But it's not that you messed up. It's not that you were given, like, it's not that, yeah, it's not that you messed up. It's not that it's out of your control. It's just that you went after the people that weren't the best for you. I hope that's making some sense. Like, you have the power to pick the best. So don't think of this time of waiting and this time of love lost as you missed out or fate doesn't have it in for you. You're waiting for the best. You're making the choice to wait for the best. You can make the choice to wait for the best and not just go after the next thing that comes to you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hopefully that will resonate with, hopefully it was expressed well. So basically, I think this month you guys really need to understand that you have the power. It doesn't seem like it right now, but you have the power to salvage relationships that seem unsalvageable. You have the power to transform them energetically into something that can truly blossom. You have the power to show up in ways that you want to show up because you are now being given the awareness, and through the awareness comes the power. And you have the power to, what was the other one? Talk about love. Oh, we're going to talk about love. You have the power to decide who you're going to let in and who you're not. It's also your decision. So, yeah. I know it seems like a rough month, but I feel like this is the month when you will learn a lot about your power. You will come to terms with it, and you will be more selective about how you show up in the world, how you show up in love, and how you work through relationships with others. You'll be more selective about what you put into it instead of being so automatic about it and just reacting to the situation. Okay. Hope this is helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and check out the other videos if you haven't seen them, because there are 4 Cancer videos this month. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.